Let's try to do the actual navigation in QuickBooks Online. Let's try to check the options or the sections that you will usually use whenever you're going to start your day-to-day transactions. This is what the dashboard will look like. So the dashboard again will show you the summary of the finances or the financial health of the company or whatever transaction has been entered in QuickBooks. So for example, the profit and loss is going to show here. You are going to just click the drop down here for you to be able to see what result or what balance you wanted to see under this section, if it's the last 30 days, this month, this quarter, or whatever option or filter you wanted to use to see the information. The next section is the expense, so you will see here whatever expenses you still have or you still need to pay or you have already paid. So you can filter it again, just like the profit and loss, by month, by quarter, by year, or anything that you wanted to use to filter is available here under the drop down options here. Now the bank accounts, it's going to show you the summary of the balances of the bank accounts that has been entered or has been added in QuickBooks Online. So for example, the checking, the credit card, these are the two accounts that's been entered here on this account. Then you will see the available balances, if it's negative or positive. So you will see the summary here. You can also edit this option. Okay, if you wanted to edit this, then you can, let's say for example, move the checking down or below the credit card option, or let's say the credit card account. You can move it down here or drag it up or down. So whatever the sequence you wanted to use or how you wanted to show it in the summary, then you can edit it. Just click save once you're done. And if you scroll down a bit, you will see the summary for the sales. For example, the invoices, the sales for last month, and it's going to show you the progress, or if there are improvements. Say if your sales went up or went down, from what date to which date. So it's going to show up here. And also if there are overdue invoices or unpaid receivables that you still need to collect from your customers, is going to show up here. So those are the information that are showing under the dashboard. Now for the create menu or the plus icon, it is here located on the upper right part beside the magnifying glass. If you click this option, it's going to show you all the options of the forms or transactions that you can enter in QuickBooks Online. For example, under the customers, you can choose any of these transactions like invoice, receive payment, estimate, credit memo, sales receipts, and so on. Same goes with suppliers. These are the cash outflows or money out transactions, like for example, bills, pay bills, and others. For employees as well, if you have employees, if there are employees that has been added, then there are options like single time activity, weekly timesheet if you're using these options. And others, like for example, bank deposit, transfer from one account to another account or bank accounts inside the QuickBooks Online, journal entry if you wanted to enter journal entries, statements, and also inventory quantity adjustment if you are using inventories. Also, on the left side, this is what you call the navigation bar. The navigation bar will show you the options as to which or what part of QuickBooks Online you wanted to access. For example, for accounting will show you two options here: chart of accounts and reconcile. So if you wanted to access your chart of accounts and see the accounts that has been listed on the charts inside your QuickBooks Online account, then all you need to do is just go to accounting, just hover over your mouse or just click the accounting option under the navigation bar, and it's going to show you the chart of accounts section and also the reconcile section. So it's going to show you the list of accounts that you have in QuickBooks Online. Well, we will go through this the discussion about the chart of accounts in detail later on in other videos that we are going to show you. So chart of accounts, here you go. You will see your bank of accounts or anything that has been categorized as asset, liabilities, equity, income, and expenses. And if you're ready to reconcile or do your monthly reconciliation, then you will go to or click the reconcile option or button here. So that's the navigation bar. Technically, it's going to show you the general options. Depends on what task or what transaction you wanted to enter. And the last one would be the shortcuts. For you to access the list of the shortcuts, all you need to do is just click the control and then the alt button and then the question mark sign for you to be able to access the list like this one. I'm clicking it or pressing it now. So there we go. It shows me the list. It showed me the list of the shortcuts. For example, it's showing here if you wanted to access again, like what I mentioned before, if you wanted to access the invoice, then you need to click Control and then Alt and then the letter I for you to be able to access it. So let me try to click it. Control, Alt, and then I. So I have pressed it on my keyboard. So let me close this first and then let me try to access the invoice. So I press Control and then the Alt sign and then the letter I, and now it's gonna show the invoice form where I can add a new invoice in QuickBooks Online. So that's the overview of the main sections of QuickBooks Online, the actual navigation in QuickBooks.